What's the damn point of picking up your dog shit if you're just gonna throw the bag on the ground? Jeez. Hey everyone, welcome to another Monkey in the Wild. Midweek edition, right? Almost midweek, it's Tuesday. I just went to the Botanical Gardens to renew the membership, so I drove all the way there, and there was like one person in front of me in the line, and as I drove in, they had signs saying lot full, and I'm like, lot full? Get the hell out of here. What does that mean? Well, I found out when I got up there, they were turning everybody away because their lot was full. Apparently, they got a lot of field trips, so they have no room to park anyone else. For the inconvenience, she gave me a card that gives me a 1-month membership extension because I was a member. She said, you're welcome to try back in like an hour. I don't know that I want to drive all the way back there to get there again to find out that they still don't have any room and get turned away again. I have other shit to do, like sit here and take pictures. So as I walked in, obviously I'm at Pleasure House Point, duh, but as I walked in, I could hear the osprey calling, and I looked up and one flew over this little lake here over to the next one, and I took 3-4 more steps and another one flew over and is kind of around. Not exactly sure where at this point, but doesn't matter. I felt like this would be a little bit different of a video, and that instead of me walking around and blathering on, I'll just sit here and blather on. It's a gorgeous day out. A little bit windy, kind of picked up a little bit, but it's like upper 70s. Nice cool breeze, albeit a bit much of a breeze. And this little lake right here, other than those 2 osprey flying over, there's not a thing out. But that's okay, because it isn't always about getting thousands of banger pictures. It's really all about enjoying nature and getting out of the house and getting off the couch and then sitting on your collapsible stool instead. Yesterday's video, which wasn't a Monkey in the Wild video, obviously, was a gear video. I got what I'm filming on, the Sony a7S III and the Sony 16-25 f2.8 G lens as my new filming setup. I got rid of my FX30, I got rid of all but one of my APS-C lenses, and I kept my a6700. Now today, obviously, I'll talk about a little bit about my birding setup, which is my A7R5 with a grip, because I want the battery power, and my Sigma 500mm sport lens. I had the Sony 200-600, but because of my issues, it started to become very cumbersome, not as enjoyable walking around. And then I saw that they had this 500mm lens that they had come out with, and I was like, wow, I'm gonna have to try that. So I got it and was just blown away. He's just gliding away up there, catching those wind vibes. Anywho, the bottom line is that this 500mm lens is as small as the Sony 70-200 version 2 G Master lens. It's almost like the size of the original Sony 70-200 f4. There's a, where'd you go? Okay, well, there's stuff out here. Anywho, so this has become my go-to setup now. I almost never take this combination apart unless for some unknown reason I'm doing like street photography, and then I have the Sigma 50mm f1.2 lens. And at this point now, because of my catastrophic failure of the fall cam strap system that I was using, like the quick release plate on the Peak Design thing, and I've never really liked those Peak Design straps because they just don't stay on my shoulder. They're annoying, and you know, I kind of convinced myself that it was the best thing. But when it gets right down to it, I actually like these Black Rapid straps better. That this whole big portion of silicone, I can let this hang like this and it will not slip off my shoulder. It stays on there, but good. The only pain in the ass is that you have to use this little carabiner and stick it through their little hole, eyelet hole, and you have to have a hole for that. You have to have a 1/4-20. So since I have a cage on all of my cameras, I'm like, okay, where can I put this that is the least annoying? And that is kind of down here at the bottom of the grip. and my hand sort of fits in there and rests on top of it, and then I grab the top of the cage like that. And it's a little bit like not in the best place, but there's nowhere for me to put it on the bottom, and there's nowhere for me to put it on this side, because then if I open up the screen, it blocks it. There it sits for now until I come up with something different. There's my discussion of gear as far as the monkey in the wild goes. I think I'm gonna move probably over there where there seems to always be birds and see if I can't get something a little bit better. But I'm all about just sort of like sitting here and enjoying, because it's so lovely out. But all right, let's go over there. So there's absolutely nothing out here. I mean, it is midday, literally. It's 12:05. Nothing out here. It's very windy. Sometimes that's what happens. You don't see anything. You don't get really any pictures. It beats sitting inside. It beats having my back thrown out, laying there in pain. It beats sitting in my truck, driving around like an idiot from one meeting to the next. So, total win as far as I'm concerned. All right, it looks like there's one great blue heron all the way over there, but it's so far away, it's not even being picked up in the zone autofocus. And I will say, I'm having a problem with this camera setup. I don't know if it's the lens, if it's the camera, what the hell's going on. But after I walk for a ways, it stops focusing. It will not autofocus. It will not manual focus. It's almost as if it's lost contact with the camera and nothing happens. I have to shut the camera off, hear it click, and then turn it back on, and then it's right as rain. But I started experiencing that this weekend on the angry day, and that was one of the reasons why I was getting angry, because I had to keep shutting the damn camera off and turning it back on to get it to work. Not sure what's going on there, but that does not make me happy. There's not even any bird over there on those fallen trees. Normally there's always something out here, but not today. Okay, absolutely nothing. Let's move on. Well, I've kind of gone all around, except for over on the destructed side of Pleasure House Point, and there's birds, you can hear them, but there's nothing that I can actually get. They don't seem to be out. I'm gonna kind of say that going out at high noon is probably not the best time to come here. And I hadn't planned on coming here since I planned on walking around the botanical gardens, and that was a bust. So this is a bust as well, other than the fact that I got to sit outside and enjoy nature in my favorite place. Like I said, sometimes that's what happens, and it doesn't matter if you get any pictures or not, at least you're outside. And I am, and I'm enjoying it. So, all right, so yeah, I'm gonna call it. I've been out here walking around and just enjoying the day. And other than those few pictures I got right at the beginning, there's nothing out here. So I'm not gonna get any pics, and it's time to go on to other things. But what a gorgeous day. And I do not regret coming here at all. Maybe tomorrow we can get some stuff at the botanical gardens, but like I said, I doubt I'm gonna drive back there today because there's other things to be done. All right, so that's pretty much it. My normal spiel. Get up, get off the couch, get outside and enjoy nature. You don't have to take any pictures. You don't even have to take any video. You just have to get out there and enjoy it, because sometimes you can't, and when you can't, it sucks. And I know that firsthand. So thanks for joining me. I hope you at least enjoyed the nice scenery and everything, and me not freaking out about shit. And I hope you come back in the next video. But for now, that's all you get. So bye-bye.